Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip, and I am Toddy One Skip. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your day, guys. Thank you so much. We're creeping on the weekend, but I'm crazy busy usually on the weekend, so the stuff that I watch during the week is kind of stuff that I watch during the week. And I watched the Wendy Williams documentary, and who the hell let her do that? What was that about? Why? That was so hard to watch. So those people that don't know, Wendy Williams used to be like a shock jock as far as radio. In 2008, she started the Wendy Williams show, which was only supposed to be like a 6-week trial. And it ended in 2021. And Wendy had a lot of controversies on that show, some hiccups on that show. She made some comments on that show that didn't age well and didn't even do well as soon as they came out of her mouth. The show was a bit controversial. She had high quality stars on the show. Kind of said whatever she wanted to say. And she had a fan base that followed her, and a few people didn't like her so much. Those people that didn't like her so much are calling what Wendy's going through right now karma. So, what is Wendy going through right now? Well, Wendy suffered a divorce after, I think, 21 years of marriage and being totally humiliated by her husband, who was also a manager of the show that she was working on, the Wendy Williams show, position that she had something to do with getting for him. And he still showed his face while they were going through a divorce. She loved him, was madly in love with him, was willing to, I guess, see past the affair until the other woman got pregnant, and Wendy just wasn't the chosen one for this man anymore. So Kevin and her divorced very publicly, and again, it was very humiliating. A younger woman. Always got to throw that in there. That hurts, right? It honestly doesn't matter if it's younger or older. What matters is they didn't pick you. They didn't pick me. They didn't pick us. That's where the hurt comes from. It's not really so much who they picked and that we have to do a comparison about that. We were rejected. And Wendy was rejected publicly. Wendy has battled addiction and alcoholism ever since she was in college. And you could really see how alcoholism has just destroyed this woman. How it has just taken everything away from her. She's on guardianship, a conservatorship now. They're not letting her touch her money, but they stopped her family from messing with her money. And after watching that documentary, I have to ask, why did they do that? Kevin, her son, her only child. Kevin, young guy. Young guy. I think he's only 20 now. Was her conservators. And they took that away from him. And I guess the reason being is because he was spending money on himself. I think he was spending money with his mom's permission. His mom said sober and drunk, she wanted her son to have the money. So she was raising somebody who was used to getting anything he wanted. And that didn't change if she was sober. It didn't change if she was not sober. She wanted the same thing. So though he was extravagant with her permission. And that seemed to be the only thing that mattered to her. Drunk or sober. That was something very consistent. She wanted her son to have whatever he wanted. She was making all the money for her son. But here's the thing. Her son genuinely loves her and was looking out for her. When she was spending time in Miami with her family and in Florida with her family, she seemed to really be doing well. You could see her face. You could see her reactions. You could see the way that she coordinated. You could see that she was put together much better in Florida, surrounded by those people, than she was put together in New York, surrounded by those people. I don't know what happened to that, her publicist. Is it Sean? And then she has that guy, what is it, Will, who's the manager. I don't know about their intentions, but it seems like the family had really good intentions, so I don't understand why they weren't allowed to take care of her, why they took that away. Somebody, the studios, how can you want somebody like that, so messed up, to be your face? I know that people are collateral damage, so I'm not even going to ask, well, why would you want to do away with it? Because I'm sure that would be a great paycheck too. But this, what's going on here, is not a paycheck. This isn't something that I would want to watch. It was uncomfortable watching it now. I'm not trying to be rude or unkind, but does anybody remember the Anna Nicole Smith show? Because that's what this kind of reminded me of. Do we not remember the collateral damage there? She lost her son. We lost her. A little girl lost her mom a few months after she was born. We gotta show up for people better than this. Much better than this. This documentary wasn't a mental health documentary. And though it actually should have been. You know? I mean, nobody wants to see anybody suffer. And you genuinely saw her suffer when she drank. How she forgot things. How she forgot things in front of her dad. You could see the heartbreak in his eyes when she called her brother Tommy Kevin. I don't know if it was Kevin, her ex-husband, or Kevin, her son. Definitely called him the wrong name. Having conversations with words that don't match up. But that clearly was when she was drinking. And then she had that woman, Sean, that publicist. Oh, she can have a drink. How friggin' ignorant to you or what alcoholism is. She needed a sober living companion to stay with her, whether she liked it or not. Or she needed to be in a facility is what should have happened there. But they waited a really long time. And then she ended up going to that facility. And I guess she's doing so much better. But in that facility, there's really not alcohol at the ready. Not a lot of yes people around. When Wendy gets out of that facility, she needs to surround herself with family. And that family really needs to treat her with kid gloves. Don't have alcohol around her for a while. Let her see. Let her create some sort of new normal for socializing. I wouldn't trust anybody around her because she's a money-making machine to a lot of people. I know that she said horrible things about people, and for that, you could sit back and say, how's it feel when your husband cheats on you? Not too good, huh? If you want to. But to go as far as watching somebody just really destroy their life with alcoholism at some point, you just got to stop and say, hey, you got to find pity. You got to find compassion, you know. So Wendy Williams, wherever you are, I wish you well. And I hope you come back 2.0. Guys, this is Issues with Toddy Oneskip. Tell me, were you a Wendy Williams fan? What did you think about what's going on? What do you think of conservatorship? Like, who the hell gives somebody the right to hang on to somebody's money? Why? So many members in that family. The dad had the wherewithal to hang on and be an overseer of that conservatorship. There could have been two people. What do you think's going on? Who's benefiting from this? There's a lot of money involved here. The bank is the one that did this. The bank said, we don't trust what's going on. Isn't that an overreach? Don't they have to prove it by more than gifts from a son? Who's allowed to do that? Why is that okay? That's the big question. This isn't the way to help somebody get sobriety. This isn't, this isn't how you do that. Who are they to hold the money? They're getting interest upon interest. Isn't that a conflict of interest? Pun. Seriously, isn't that a conflict of interest? If they're making money off of her money, there should be then a third person that's involved. Actually, they should just give it back to the family. It's Wendy's money. You know? Now she's getting the help she needs, but even if she wasn't, she was doing all right in Miami, unless somebody tells me something different. All right, guys, this is Issues with Toddy One-Skip. Tell me what you think about Wendy Williams. Please like, subscribe, and share. Have a great weekend. All right, guys.